Inside this box is a complete set of the very first collectible LEGO minifigure series. And today I'm unboxing all of them to see just how far this theme has come in the 13 years it's existed. Alright, I have been super excited for this video, and I hope you are as well. We'll check out the box later, but right now I just want to jump into the very first Series 1 minifigure. This is so exciting, and it feels a little wrong opening it because it's so old, but they have a nice little cutting line here that we can snip, and it is the Diver. This one, it's so simple. Oh, look at how simple they were back in the day. This literally seems like it'd just be a minifigure in a LEGO City set these days, just with how detailed the minifigs and sets have gotten, and how not detailed they were back in the day. No back printing and definitely no leg printing. Yeah, it just has this cool little goggles thing. These are all existing pieces too. They didn't actually make any new pieces until series 2 or 3, I believe. But we've got the classic minifigure base plate that has not changed over the years. And this is something I've been super excited to see. The very first sheet as like a checklist. Oh, these are so nostalgic. Look at this. We've got all 16 of them. Old series had 16. Now they only have 12. And this thing, I would spend hours as a kid looking at all these things, thinking of all the different combinations of parts that could go on this thing. And so we've got, I guess, the air tank, the flippers, and the hat from the Diver. So we've got 3 for 3 here. He doesn't come in with any accessories in his hand, but I think he comes with quite enough as is. For back then, they were only $3 in America too, so quite the steal. But do you know what also is a steal? Is the next minifigure, which is the Native American archer guy. Oh, he does have leg printing. Okay, I thought this series just didn't have leg printing at all. But for some reason, all the hands are like tilted like this, like they could ride one of those handlebar pieces. But it's a little bit annoying to twist them because they're very old at this point. Look at the face printing. It's very simple. Obviously, back then they were all simple. But he's got a little bit of red and black face paint there. And it comes with 2 little feather things. No, I put it on backwards. He's got a hole. Oh, he's got 2 holes in his head. I know you're not supposed to do this, but you know, it comes with 2. Oh, they have printing on them too. I didn't even notice that. You've got printing, and you can put 2 back to That looks ridiculous. I'm keeping it, but it looks ridiculous. He's got the classic style of bow here, so we'll add them there. And then I have this guy kind of just in front of his base plate because he can't actually stand on there with the flippers. But we'll have them just lining up here as the collection grows here. And it's going to grow even more with the next one, which is... oh, it's the nurse. No leg printing. This is plain white legs, whatever. We've got the classic Lego symbol of nurse from Lego City. Again, the hands are like this. I'm going to stop mentioning that, but it's annoying. Nice little smile for the head. Dark brown ponytail. And she comes with 2 syringes. Oh, and I guess this thing. Oh, look at this. Does it say disease? No. Dave? I don't know. Dave has a disease, I guess. But we've got her on her base plate there. Very, very nice. No back printing either. Did this one have back printing? I don't think any of them have back printing. But maybe the next one has back printing, which is... the Demolition Dummy. I love this one so much. This is probably my favorite from looking at the series secondhand from series 1. He's got all these little things around him, but he's got a wrench. This is just so iconic. And he's got another thing. Is this for Dave too? No, this is Has 70. So there we go. That is his Demolition Dummy name. I remember watching on Lego.com. There was all these animations back in the day for series 1. They never actually came to my local store, so I never got any series 1. But I was super excited about the series, and I got a couple series 2 when they finally made it to my area. So this one just very, very nostalgic for me, as well as all the other ones. But you know what's even more nostalgic is the next one, which is... who is this? The Spaceman. Another white one with plain white legs. No, not plain. That's printed, and it's like silvery too. They even got some waist printing. That is probably the most high quality one so far. And back then, I don't think Galaxy Squad was a thing yet, so like this helmet was relatively new. Look at that. Visor I put on upside down. Let's fix that. How's the head print? A lot of the head prints so far have been fairly normal, but this is a cocky little smile there. I like that. We've got the classic ray gun now. Is it a little bit of silvery? It is, with a short blue thing. I remember being so excited about the short poles back in the day. Now they're just common. But you know what's even more common is the next minifigure, which is... oh, it's the robot! So on this channel, or I guess my main channel, we have quite an affinity with the robot minifigures from each series. Of course, the robot repair tech is kind of what launched my career. But this is the very first robot that came in a minifigure series, and it's super cool. Look at that silvery helmet. This reminds me of like an I Spy book, like the Mars base, one of those things. Look at that. He's got silvery printing all around there, and he's even got the arm that the robot repair tech has as well, with a silvery claw that he can put there too. So that is super super cool. Still no back. I'm gonna stop looking at their backs, but he's got no alternate face. But that doesn't even matter. Look at how shiny this man is. This might be one of my new favorite robots. Obviously, I have a soft spot in my heart for the robot repair tech and Sparky, of course. But look at where it all started. This is so cool. Would you want to watch me collect all the series from 1 to 21 and maybe make 1 through 21ville someday? If so, could you do me a favor and like the video and subscribe if you're not, because these are very expensive to buy on eBay now that they're used and 13 years old, so that would really help me out. Thank you. But the next minifigure is obscured. It is the roller skater man, or the skateboard man. This skateboard was so cool back in the day. We've got the sweatshirt and the pants and the little smug little grin. They're so smug in this series. They knew what they were starting. But we've got him on the skateboard and he can do like sick tricks and whatever. And this is one actually I do have. It came in this calendar set that I did end up getting, but it's interesting that they just reused it in that. We can have him either ride the skateboard, or what I'll do is hold at the skateboard. It has little bars on, I think, the end too. So we can do like sick tricks, like, whoa, look at that. But I'll just have him hold the side so he can stand on his display plate. But you won't believe what the next minifigure is, because it is the Magician. This is one I also have like parts of. I think I used this one as the Monopoly Man in my most recent board game video, but I have all of it except this one piece. And this is another 3-long pole that I was excited about. But it's printed or something like that. It's got the little white tips. This is super cool. He should have come with a rabbit. I guess back then the rabbit piece didn't exist, so they couldn't have made a new piece for it. But he's got a classic top hat there. Oh, I love that. And you can do all sorts of magic tricks here. And the most revolutionary part about this minifigure is he came with alternate hair. I believe this was the first Lego minifigure to ever come with alternate hair and hat pieces, that you could either have him, you know, be a casual street magician or fancy stage performer magician. And since then, Lego's been including a lot more extra hair pieces in their sets and figures, which is so nice because it doesn't cost them very much, but it provides for so many more customization possibilities. So that is great. But you know what is greater is the next minifigure, which is another black one, the Ninja. So this I think got overshadowed by Ninjago, which came around the same time, but ooh, we've got Angry Person. This is basically Cole Prime. He's got the classic Ninjago mask that you can attach, I believe, a sword to in the back. I don't know if you would. Can you even stand up with that like that? No, they've gotten a lot more elaborate with their Ninjago masks nowadays, but he does have 2 katana pieces in gold. Very nice to get. And you can have him do a lot of ninja flips and whatever and attack Garmadon or whatever. Well, we'll just keep him there. But you know what else we're keeping there, I guess, is the next one, which is... boom, the cheerleader. So this is the other minifigure that came in my calendar set here. And so I have a double of these ones, which, you know, 2 cheerleaders would actually work if we actually did a sports video. We could have 2 on the same team or whatever. But this must be a new piece, right? The pom-poms? They kind of just go in their minifig hands like that. And I don't believe they've been in any other sets or figures before. So we've got a nice little grin on there, not so smug. That's nice to see. And yeah, a little cheerleader. I actually have the other one right on hand with me. Not the correct hair piece, but you know, that is what it is. So there we go. But you know what also we have duplicates of? Probably not, because I only have 3 Series 1 minifigures, so it's very unlikely that this is the other one, which is, yeah, I do not have another wrestler, but this is amazing. I love the colors on this guy. He's got little wings on his little pants there, a big old wrestling belt with a globe and an eagle. He's got like a leotard with some 6-pack muscles below there, and a sick like luchador wrestling mask thing with a face mask and all the way around. Nice little sand blue representation there. I love that. And the lack of back printing isn't a big deal because it gets covered up by the cape. So I love this guy. It doesn't come with any hand accessories either, but I think if they come with a neck accessory or like a fancy arm, that's their justification for not including that, which that's fine. But you know what also is fine is the next minifigure, which is... oh, the caveman. I do have duplicates of this one because I did order one on Bricklink for the dinosaur video I did on my main channel a couple months back. So this is, what is his name? Karut? Or that was his last name. Groot? Something like that. But he's got a big old club here, a nice little bone holding his leopard skins together, some fantastic chest hair, and I love this hair piece because it looks like a full like caveman head there, but if you take it off, he shaves and he's got a big old unibrow and a big cheeky grin. So this might be tied between my favorite in this series. It's kind of a toss-up, I would have to say. Just really up in the air, you know? I really like the caveman that they've done, including and since this one. This is just such an iconic lineup of characters, and I couldn't imagine any other way that they could have started this iconic line. But you know what also is iconic is the next minifigure, which is the clown. I thought this was what the wrestler was when I first saw like this light sand blue leg, because it has a kind of similar printing with the red and sand blue. But I love how colorful this guy is. He's got a bright green torso there with little pom-poms and polka dots and overalls. And this is one of the only minifigures ever to include a nose. Normally minifigures don't include that, except for Lego Friends, I guess. But he also got a bright red afro. Look at that. And a horn. I don't actually think I've ever gotten a horn piece before, so this is great if I ever want to do some musical or instrument thing. Or circus. Isn't that like a thing right now? Like digital circus sort of thing? Is that the hot new trend? I don't know. But this is a hot new clown here. Look at all this. You can honk his horn and honk his nose. Oh, I love it. It's so honky. But you know also honky is the next minifigure, which is, ta-da! Ooh, a cowboy. Look at this. We've got some chaps here, just plain brown pants, and this guy, he's got like a banister of bullets there. That's not the right word. We've got a nice little grin there. He has not shaved in a while. He's got some sideburns, some thick eyebrows, and some squinty marks, and a nice tan or dark tan cowboy hat. I don't think I ever have any of those, so that's nice. And he's got actually three pistols he came with. He came with an extra. He's the sharpest shooter in the West, so I hear. He's got a nice little belt buckle there as well to rival the wrestler's belt buckle. I mean, this guy I like better, but he's got the Longhorn Ram there, so very nice. I love this series. We've only got 2 minifigures left. Here, let me show you these 2 minifigures left. I do not know. Well, I mean, I have a guess what they could be, but let's just jump right into the penultimate Series 1 minifigure, which is going to be the zombie. Look at this. I missed the boat on Halloween here, like by several months here. But this is a very cool minifigure. I think this is the first time they ever done anything like zombie related. I mean, now they have like Minecraft sets and whatever, but he's got a tie and ripped clothing. I don't know if he ripped it himself or he just had a really bad day at the office. I do not know, but he comes with a chicken leg and a shovel. Quite the combination there. I guess he's just burying his pet in the yard, so that's kind of sad. But we've got a gray head there with super scary teeth and printing. They actually did a full series of this, kind of. It was series 14, where they were all sort of spooky or zombie related, so it's kind of cool to see where that originated. And it's going to be very, very cool to see the very last Series 1 minifigure. I'm kind of sad, honestly, but everything must come to an end. And this video ends with the last minifigure, which I have a guess what it's gonna be, and that is Robin Hood. Yes, this is another one of my favorites, so I'm glad we could wrap up the video with this. But look at that torso. He's got some belts. He's just wearing all sorts of belts. One around his waist, one over his shoulder. He just needs to keep a couple extra spare in case his pants fall down. Look at that smile, iconic. There's another Lego channel called Robin Hood Bricks, and he uses this as a sig fig. I haven't watched a ton of their stuff recently, but I know they're very good at building, so they have a nice little Lego city. You can check them out if you'd like. But he's got another bow similar to the Native Americans bow, actually the exact same thing, and he's got one more little feather thing extra. We could give the Native American that too, but I think we'll let him be with the 2 feathers. I can't get this stinking bow in his hand. There we go. And with that, I arranged them into the order that they are on the sheets, and we can check out this box real quick. It just came free with the eBay purchase I got, but it's super cool. This is what they would have in stores, and so they have all of them all the way around, and I think this is perforated, so you can punch it if you would like, and then display it differently, but I'm not gonna do that. We've got spots for all of the minifigures here, and the rest of them on this side, so it's just so cool to have this. It's just a collectible here, and I'm so glad I made the investment to collect this series as well. Again, let me know if I should bite the bullet and buy Series 2 to unbox next time, and you can watch all the series unboxings I've done so far in this playlist here.